gorgeous. Thank you. Alex, how you doing? Are you still hunting? I'm fine. Still looking for shiny Piplup. It's really making me work for it, to be honest. I was kind of really bummed out last night. Good morning, David. How you doing? It's nearly 2 here. I started a bit later than I was hoping to. Thank you, Alex. I need all the luck I can get. Guys, can you stop arguing, please?
Stop it! tell Mummy and Daddy, but I just wanted to say sorry.
Okay.
But when she said stop, it made me think that she just wants to get me in trouble and make her think that she's sorry.
Okay, well, you hugging it out now. Kiss him. You feeling any better? Yeah, Alex, I'm actually hoping for a female shiny Piplup. That's what I would like. That's also the only one that I've got a nickname picked out for. I'm going to call her Long Stocking. But I don't know what I'd call the boy one. And I'm way more likely to get a boy, so.
Did you ever see that?
What maybe?
Pippi Longstocking.
I know about Pippi Longstocking from when I was a kid when it was like 2, I believe.
Oh, but you never saw the movie.
I've never seen it. I
I
know, I saw it's got a new leaf on there.
Wait, do that mean flowers will come soon?
I'm not sure when flowers are due to come, but it's growing.
Yeah, it's going a lot so far. I didn't expect it would go this far.
Yeah, we planted those last as well, didn't we, those big ones?
Yeah. I hope a tomato plant doesn't get too. Have some tomato. Well, if it got tomatoes.
What, the tomato plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already got some tomatoes on it. Oh, lucky you got a female Tetwick. I think mine was a boy. I don't actually remember checking it, but I'm almost certain mine was a boy. What did you call yours? Is yours a shiny one, I'm guessing? It's much rarer to get a female shiny starter because it's only 25%, I think, or less. So very lucky. I think she's telling you to shush and fuss me. She turned around and cried at her, but she likes the fusses. Look at her, she's still moaning at her. She's getting silent cries.
Stop being weird. Just go
No shiny Tetwick, does that mean it wasn't a shiny?
Wait, see
Or-
this. Ew. Okay, sorry for it. I dropped it.
It's okay. Stop.
Have you finished cleaning up, Roo? Well, I know, I saw you were making good progress.
Ah, you didn't name it. It's Tetwick. It's time to quit, Kabuki XL says. What, my hunt? No, that's not happening.
Did it?
Thank you for putting it in the bin.
Wait, I've been really cool.
You don't get this far for a shiny hunt and then quit it. That's ridiculous. Okay, Mix. Thank you. Okay, we'll empty it. I do want a shiny in mind. Is that a typo in yours? Do you mean like in mine?
Did you write them in there?
Yep, take the bag out, that's it, and then pop that in the bigger bin. Go. Nah. I can't be bothered to reset it. And it's already this far through. Like this one that you can see, that one hasn't paid out a single shiny, so that's the one I've got the most hope that I will get a shiny on, if I'm honest. So like no chance of me resetting it, because it's just going to set it back to whatever beginning it was. And like, yeah, if it resets, it might have a quick shiny on there, but then it could also have another long shiny on there, and I'll reset the one that I'm already working through. So it just seems, if it was a way of guaranteeing it'd be quicker, then sure, but it could actually just make it doubly long. So I'm just like, you know what, just gonna keep going like I normally do, because resetting the game won't change the odds. You want a shiny Kyogre? They're nice. Purple. I think I've got one. Well, I know I've got one, but I might have more. Haven't got one on this particular game though, because I haven't even started it. Just the original ones.
I definitely love the guy.
She does like those buses. But that's the thing, yeah, I've had no Starlies on this one, no shiny on this one. So I'm just like you with that one, but I couldn't bear the thought of resetting it. Like, I don't know how much I'd be setting myself back, you know. Best just to carry on, like, just keep going. Remain grinding. It will come. I know it seems like it won't. It will though. Hopefully today it will. Hugs back. Hugs are hugs, consoling hugs. It does feel like you should be giving condolences when someone gets so far into a shiny hunt. It's like, damn, I'm so sorry, I have no words. But at least we know we're not alone. A bunch of us have been doing this since Friday and we're still looking. And I honestly feel bad for moaning sometimes, because it's not like I didn't get one. Hugs are good. I always like seeing those people out. I've never seen one in the flesh, like someone who wears like the free hug sign. But I'm pretty sure if I saw someone wearing one of those signs, I'd be like, yes, I get a freebie. It's a hug. I'm so for taking it. Ooh, PJ, good luck on your shiny starter. What are you going for? If I'd have known this one would go so long, I probably would have carried on with my Turtwig and just bred for a Piplup and Chimchar, but I'm here now. So it's happening.
I'm gonna eat my sandwich.
Okay, go finish your sandwich.
Okay, I feel hungry, okay?
Cool. Actually, I'm not sure about it.
Hey, Mummy?
Oh yeah, behind the laptop. That's why I can't see it. Huh?
Oh, I thought you said you know the sandwich too.
I might eat a bit more in a little bit. I'm full at the moment. Chimchar. Have you picked out a nickname, or are you going to keep it called Chimchar? It's so cold in the house today. So cold. I'm sorry, I stole your hoodie. I've still got it on.
I was looking around for it, like, why is it not here? And then I was
I'm sorry.
like, oh, right, yeah, I gave it to you.
I'm
This
sorry.
diaper, you didn't steal it. I gave it to you.
I know, but I've kept it. Don't use nicknames. Like, I only nickname shiny Pokemon. It's my rule. That way I always have some Pokemon that are normally what they're called, and then the ones that are shiny I can easily tell they're shiny because they have a nickname. Or if they're not shiny and they have a nickname, that is for some other reason, like it was a event that is useful, like what is it? Something had payday recently. I think it was a Munchlax. Something like that had a payday. I was like, that's useful. So and it wasn't shiny. It was an event one. So I just nicknamed it. So that way I knew not to get rid of it. Because if it's normal, there's a very high chance it will just be traded off or released. So all my events that aren't shiny, if I can nickname them, I will. Like, in a way, it does increase your odds, but at the end of the day, every time you soft reset, the odds are exactly the same. 1 in 4,043, I think. So, in a way, it's not doing anything, but it does shorten your time, I guess. Like, it's hard to... I don't know how to best word it. Like, obviously, the more you hunt on, the more likely you are to get it sooner, but the odds are exactly the same every single time. Like, so I don't know. I'm not sure the best way of working it. Look at that little female. If only she was shiny, she'd be perfect. Like, I wasn't shiny hunting when I got Turtwig. We were actually setting up this switch to stream from. So I was just on my light, kind of on the side. I wasn't even really looking at the screen. It was kind of sat next to me while I was helping Jared set up. So I wasn't really shiny hunting. It was just on the one console, and I got the Turtwig in 7. But I'm now double hunting. I've been double hunting since Friday on 2 consoles for this, and nothing after almost 3,500 soft resets. It really is luck. But at the end of the day with these as well, is that you do always get it. The game is programmed to spit one out occasionally, so you do always get it. The crux of it is you just don't know when. I mentioned a couple of times on stream about my Piplup, which is, I think, my longest hunt I've had. And it was 10,000 soft resets. And that was meant to be 1 in 4,000, so might have been less actually, so I had the shiny charm I think by then, so I think it should have been slightly less. Shiny charm doesn't hardly anything on the new games, which is kind of upsetting. But that's because they've lowered the odds so much, they can't really lower it much more. So they made the shiny charm as good as it used to be. You'd just be getting shinies left, right and centre. It'd be like 1 in 1,000 or something. Look, another female again. Why can't she just be shiny? Yeah, 10,000. I've done a few big ones like that. I'm pretty sure my shiny Celebi on Gen 2 was 8,000. Because that was when I was so excited to hunt, because it's the first time I've ever been actually able to hunt it. Because Celebi was only available in the Japanese form of the game, I believe, originally. So unless you had a Japanese copy back in the day, you weren't going to be getting Celebi or hunting it. So when they re-released the games as downloadable games, they opened it up for Western audiences to be able to shiny hunt Celebi. So I was so excited to do it, and I went crazy over odds. I was like, no. Actually, no, because that was Gen 2, so it probably was about odds, to be honest. 8,000, but it's still a long hunt. At least it's not quite as long as this one. Why do you want to self-impose grounding on yourself? Just stop doing naughty stuff, that's all.
Last time Daddy was giving you just 1 day grounding, and you were like, "But I want 5 days." And then after 3 days, you ended up going, "Can I get out yet?" And it was like, "Well, it was you that said you wanted more days." Okay. Why do you want more days?
Well, I don't think you need more days of grounding, but like, if you think they're that bad, why don't you just stop doing the bad things? You know they're bad. Like Mixie said, like when she decided to stop doing all the naughty things with you, that now she thinks, is this something my daddy could be happy about? And if she says no in her head, she chooses not to do it.
But the thing is, you know that you tell me when you're thinking about it, you get worried about the bad things, and getting caught and getting in trouble and all the bad stuff that could happen, but you end up doing it anyway.
And then you do more bad things trying to cover it up because you didn't want to get caught. It don't make no sense. Just be better.
Listening, Roo? You're not listening, are you?
But I just think that this.
Wow.
I could have killed you if I did that. I could have killed you if I.
No, you just shoving food down the back of furniture is not going to kill us.
No, I didn't mean just shoving food.
Oh my god. Can you reverse the water? Jason's just got
my stomach. With the mini food while my other dress. So that's why I put this dress on.
That's fine. Did you put the other dress in the wash?
Yeah.
Good. Why is my ear so itchy? Like, it's not even my ear, it's the new piercing.
My ear wasn't my itchier too.
You got your piercings?
Yeah. My piercings were super itchy today. What?
Maybe you need to give them a clean.
Okay.
You can wash them like normal now because yours are healed.
Okay. What? What?
She's put half a hula hoop down her clothes.
That wasn't even cool at all.
You know, I'm going to spray some saline on it because it's so itchy.
Wait, why are you crying about?
Because she said her thing wasn't cool. Yeah. You didn't think it was cool, so now she's sad.
Well, because it's not cool because her sticked in her t-shirt. And I thought, okay, just pulling it out.
No, she said, okay, you were just pulling it out. That's what she said. I have 2 daughters.
What?
No, she was saying about the hula hoop, but she said it wasn't that cool because all you were doing was pulling it out your clothes.
Yeah, you weren't doing anything special.
And that's why she said it wasn't that
We never
cool.
break
That's why she was confused as why you
this
were crying.
cool. Because one day I did that trick and I said, oh wow, I actually did it. I when I was trying to do it again, but I couldn't.
Rude, I thought you said you hadn't finished cleaning.
She hasn't finished cleaning, but she's done doing it. it's still a mess, but
Yeah,
she's not
okay.
going to do anymore.
No, I'll believe you.
Yeah, I got two. Yeah. They're like, oh. So it's like,
My
oh.
house-
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Like, today's a bit of a, oh my
I
god.
didn't even notice you were streaming.
Yes, I am streaming.
How much?
No, you've got stuff to be doing.
How much?
Huh? Well, she's apparently finished cleaning.
How much have you been shiny hunting?
What number am I on?
Yeah.
I'm on 3,376.
Okay.
Are you a little teapot? You standing like one? What? What are you doing?
This is a little teapot.
Really? We didn't get that.
Yeah, Missy, we didn't get that you were a little teapot. Aww. Now you're a half teapot standing on one leg. Fine, I do tell you I am. You're a villager. You're a villager from Minecraft.
Is that right, Mitz? Did you guess it?
She
Yeah, it does seem like
Is that what they do?
the only noise they make is and stuff like that.
Okay.
But this is a weird villager. I'm
I'm getting very nervous about Mitzi like kind of bumping you from behind when you're right over the laptop that
Yeah.
I'm streaming from.
That way.
Shift.
Yes, that way. Yeah. Come on.
Bye. That way.
Yes. Stop,
Yeah.
stop spinning around because you almost
Keep
stepped on
going.
Trixie.
Aw. Watch out, don't step on there.
Yeah. Awesome.
Aww. The different ways you can say aw.
We're seeing the exasperated.
Mommy, Daddy,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
guess what Mitzi said? She said that noise in her acting. She said she's a cat from doing that. A cat doesn't make
Oh.
who's OBS?
The thing I'm using the stream from, it's cutting out.
You really need to get this. They keep saying there's nothing wrong with your internet. It's like, yes, there is. It keeps having terrible connection.
We were gonna.
Alright, girls. Mitzi, stop that. Again, you're almost hurting Trixie because you're not paying attention.
Oh, I'm what I am. Oh. No, I am. No, I am.
I'm the only girl in my house. Yeah, I kind of feel that when I was a kid. I was the only girl out of my siblings, but I had my mum, I guess. Not that she's a girly. Yeah, you were the only boy. I was the only girl. You're still the only boy.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
At least you got some male pets. Sam, Care Bear, and Rockruff.
I can talk to them about sports ball.
Not the cats. Well, sure.
I said sports ball. That's what I say when I'm trying to say like I don't actually like sports, but I'm pretending. When I was young, I too dreamed of being a baseball.
A ball player? What kind of ball player? You know, ones who play with balls.
Love sports balls.
You wear shorts? Maybe tight?
Shorts for sports. Yes. No. I know.
It's because you want to watch it. It's the only reason why you're asking.
Yeah.
Oh, can you pick clothes in this one? That's cool. They have started doing more customizing with the last few games, like since Sun and Moon, I feel.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I can do it. Like, I actually got the mystery gift giving me a change of clothes, but the only time the games had been changed clothes is when I did contests. It was like my mum was there. Like,
yeah, give you a new outfit.
Yeah.
We get a big puffy pink dress, I remember, from the old game.
I actually kind of like it. But I'm also thinking, like, you were here just to, like, come visit a friend, but you also had a tuxedo in your pocket. Yeah. Like, okay. Is that, Mum, why are you carrying that around? Are you always carrying that around? I just have to assume it's the Pokemon logic that a regular sized backpack actually holds so much stuff. She's got a handbag, but she's basically got an entire house worth of items in it.
Sounds like Ash's mum. Alex picked the cyber outfit. I have to check it when I finally get my shiny.
My boy. And you were too like, oh, I want my thingy to like walk behind me, and I like really didn't want to have like the heart to tell you that that doesn't happen like straight away.
Yeah, I know it doesn't happen straight away. Like that kind of thing never does. It's not you get born into the game and you get a bike. Everything takes time to get, but normally those things come around fairly quickly. By first or second badge usually.
It's after this.
There we go. I was bang on in there. Oh, I'm sitting on my feet. It's because my knees are sore. I need to be in a different position. So I have a troublemaker cat. I got 3 of them. And then 2 troublemaker kids. I feel your pain.
Would I recommend? No.
Although to be fair, Sam's trouble, he catches birds occasionally. He hasn't done it recently. Care Bear's not really in trouble. He can have a bit of an attitude occasionally. Trixie's the trouble. She's dependent on the old one. Oh, I'm sure you won't be. A month. I mean, we've got to almost odds in just over a week. It is really not common to go double over odds, although it does happen. So I shouldn't think, like, at the longest, I think, like, a fortnight. But I'm hoping much sooner than that, because a fortnight means we have definitely gone over odds. So hopefully not. Hopefully today. Oh, thank you. I really hope I get a shiny Piplup. He's so cute. My little girl. I normally want a girl starter because it's just harder to get, and it's like your best bud, and it's like my best bud to be a girl, like me, like sisters. Sisters. Although my Piplup is already in my bad books, probably wants to stay away from me a bit longer. It's like, no, because it's not going to get to be walking behind me, not with how it's behaved so far, taking so long. No, it's been out of order, took the piss, so now I have to stay in the Pokeball. Turtwig gets the honour of following behind me. Attitude stinks. Where are you, Piplup? Pearl? Why would I call it Pearl? I want to know.
Are you looking forward to the Pokeball sparkle decoration mechanic in this one?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, it depends. I did have it on some of my Pokemon back in the day on one of the old games. I'm not sure if it was this game originally that had it. I think it was, where you could put the seals on it. I did have it on a few, but I found when I've put them on shiny Pokemon, it kind of obscures the sparkles, and I'm not sure. There was something about it that kind of looked weird when it came out, and I think I had Love Hearts put on it. And I just like, I weren't digging it too much on my shinies, so I'm not sure. Oh, I'll have to see when I get there.
Yeah, fair enough. Just curious if it's something.
It's funny because I so very little plan out my Pokemon games. I try and stay spoiler free on brand new games. Like, I don't like to know new Pokemon and stuff. I like to try and find out as I go along. Because my nicest experience playing a Pokemon game was in Gen 2, because that came out before Gen 2, the Pokemon series came out. So all we really knew was like Togepi and Marill, because we had the Orange Islands by then. And I loved playing through Gen 2 with my nephew when we were kids, and finding all these new Pokemon, and it was just so fun, and we had like no idea about any of them, like what they were, so we was putting random stuff on our team because it looked cute or whatever. We're trying to keep like different stuff so we could like suss them out between us. I really like that. I'm always kind of trying to chase that, but I always get spoiled since like the internet is a thing. Back then it was dial-up, so and I didn't have it in my own house, I kind of always kind of want that experience again, like where you just kind of play a Pokemon game and you get surprised by everything. I was actually quite good with Sword and Shield. There was a lot I didn't know in Sword and Shield. I managed to stay fairly spoiler free, but there was still a lot I did know. There's still a lot I knew about the game, like not through trying, just I found out stuff. And with the remakes, I'm even less interested in finding out stuff of what's going on in the game, because as far as I'm concerned, it's just a remake. It should be easier to play and have updated graphics. That's all I really expect from a remake, and maybe some more accessibility to older Pokemon, but that's kind of not needed anymore. At one point that was needed to have the remakes of games turn up to enable us to get hold of other ones, but we're kind of all caught up with that now as well. So yeah, when it comes to like remakes, I always know I'm going to get them, and I know I'll get both copies, but I'm never like overly excited, if that makes sense. And even then, like if it was new, I still wouldn't be seeking out information. It's kind of whatever I find out or get spoiled for, but I don't really find there's any spoilers to give in these newer games. It's like just like newer mechanics and stuff, but it's the same game, so I'm still not that fussed about being spoiled about these. But at the same time, I then don't make plans about how I'm going to play it, what my teams are. I've had a lot of people ask me what other shinies I'm planning on having on my team, or if I'm planning on doing more shiny hunts. I can always say I'm always planning on doing more shiny hunts. It's just how I play Pokemon now, with shiny hunting and playing through at the same time. But in terms of what, I don't know. I know I will hunt Shinx, and I will hunt Pachirisu. I know I will hunt the legendaries, things like that. I'm excited to hunt Shaman again.
I have a great name for you, Pachirisu.
What's that?
Pachirisu.
Pachiki. I might actually play Pachiki. Patchy Cutie.
Yeah, because you called it, because you said Pachiriza, and all I immediately heard was Patchy Cutie.
Yeah, I might call it Patchy Cutie. There you go, Patchy Cutie. Mix it both. Without the teeth cold. Strife. You singing it, you don't know the words. I know, 3,388. I'm trying not to get caught up in the numbers now because it is getting close to odds. So if I start getting all caught up in that, it's going to make it worse. Eesh. It's painful. Got it in my head now.
Sorry. I mean, is it really something I should be sorry for, though?
Well, no one else can hear what's in my head, and I'm like, I'm Patchy Cutie, the incarnate of other tribes dreaded. My name means he who shakes the earth, not that I'm big-headed. It's just like going through my head, and I'm just like kind of bouncing around, and like no one knows what I'm bouncing around for. And it's like I'm on something. And that's a pretty cool name though. Like, yeah, my name means he who shakes the earth. Damn.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Aaron. I've done longer hunts and I've done longer soft resets as well, so like I really shouldn't bitch so much, but I've been bitching about this hunt. It don't matter, like it don't matter how long other hunts you've done, or if you've done other soft resets that are like 3 minutes apart. If you're doing a painful hunt that takes a long time, it's always painful. Like I can't ever seem to take like solace from the fact I try and tell myself I've done harder, I've finished harder, you know, but it doesn't seem to make it feel any better. I don't know why. I feel like it should make it feel better. I am choosing the wrong controller for the wrong screen. Don't give up hope. Nah, I won't, because I know it will come. That's just what I know. So I know it will come. It's just you can feel hopeless, and like I start going like my game's broken. It can't give me shinies. Like there's something wrong with it. Oh, absolutely, yeah. That one Starly I've had, it's like, well, that's my Starly for that lot of odds. That's kind of how it felt. That's how it always does feel. But then again, I got both those shinies, my Turtwig and my Starly, on this game. I've had nothing on this one. If I get a Starly on this one, I don't know. Maybe it would be the first hunt I give up, because I only really wanted to start with a shiny Turtwig, and because it was just so quick, I didn't feel like I hunted. And I could just go Masuda method these. But I'd also, like, I could, if that's the case, I could have just started on Friday with my shiny Turtwig. So then I just wasted, like, a week. No, I need to get this freaking Piplup. Screw you, Piplup. Not happy. What?
Playing hard to get.
Oh, playing hard to get. Well, I heard planes are hard to get. Like, if you want a plane. Like, and you've got no money. I'm guessing if you're rich and you've got a plane for a few reasons. But, I mean, obviously misheard you. I was like, what?
Although that's the line where the other person gets, like, it says all the things, an extra big serving is like,
my shiny Turtwig, I think, is a boy. I need Jared to turn his switch on to tell me. To confirm. You need to check on Tree Turty and what gender it is. Tree Turty.
I like that they, at least in the game, have been doing is familiar. Huh?
That's cool. Was that the last one?
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm glad they're carrying it over
yeah.
as like a permanent improvement. You know, they've realised, this doesn't really like change the game.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to change things like that. It's normally like individual mechanics they bring and take away and stuff, but things that just make the game easier, they don't tend to mess that up after they've done that. They're like, oh, why haven't we done this sooner? And then just leave it. So I wouldn't have expected that to go away. He doesn't really shiny hunt. He has shiny hunted, but he doesn't do it any near regular.
Yeah, I get like maybe a couple of that I feel like when I feel like shiny hunting, and that's it.
I was gonna say, yeah, normally it's like a Pokemon that you really, really love. You're like, I'd like to have this as shiny, and then you will shiny hunt it.
Yeah, your tree turdy is a boy.
I thought it was a boy. Tree turdy. But I got a boy shiny Turtwig. And I'm hoping for a girl shiny Piplup.
They can get married.
No, they're going to be siblings. Ew. Gross. So nasty.
I don't see how that works because I don't think they share an egg group.
They don't.
I mean,
but they're going to be part of my shiny family. There's no fooling around. You only fool around with dittos.
Yeah, I should find you that like
foreign dittos.
That little comic where it's I think it was like a Delphos thing. It's like you're only leaving on that really sad face, but they're leaving you with a ditto.
Good times.
Yeah, and they've got like the kind of like that look on their face. Where
Time
it's
to
like,
get cheeky. Yeah.
I know what that's about.
Ditto will go with anything. As long as it's got junk, Ditto will go with it. Just like Magnemites, no chance. Yeah, David's with me, he feels me. He's like, yeah, if you quit now, it's just like wasting that whole time you spent there, and it's just like, what's the point? I may as well just not bothered. You'll get shiny Kyogre. It's actually an easier hunt as well because it's a static one, if I remember right. You're just standing right in front of it and you just keep going. So it should be much easier. Although in a way it's kind of harder than the old days because now we can't soft reset with a button combo. Just making sure that these are definitely not shiny. That one's not. So now we have to go to the home screen, and I know it's not like a massive detour, but what it does do is it prohibits you from putting things on your buttons to automatically do stuff, which I'm not used to. I'm very lazy shiny hunter when it comes to soft resets. I like to have I would normally tape down one of these up and then put an elastic band over the bumpers, and then that way when you're doing static soft resets, it just moves your character forward and then the buttons get pressed, and then all you got to do is press the odd button to do the soft reset, and it's just super quick and it speeds things up. You don't realise how little things like that really do make a difference in your shiny hunts, and you just can't do that on the Switch anymore because it takes you back to the home screen. So then when you go back to the home screen, what happens is if you have your joystick taped up so that you would walk automatically when it get back in the game, when you do this part of it to soft reset, it goes up to here. So you just can't do it now, so it's kind of annoying. So I'm one of those people who are kind of bitching about that. So I know there's some people who they're like, oh, it's not that big of a problem. It's not that big of a problem, but it does slow you down, and that is annoying. Especially when you've got spoiled from finding out all these little shiny hunting hacks that make things smoother. And it's just gone. It's just I'm a lazy shiny hunter. She says 3k plus resets in lol. Yeah, I mean, I've done it all in bed.
You didn't go for a jog while you were doing it. It's not about
Yeah, I don't know. Shiny hunting's a weird thing. It really is a weird thing because I have no patience for anything else. Nothing else. So shiny hunting I'm good with. But yeah, if I can get away with having hacks, controller hacks to make things easier so I have to press less buttons, I'm all for it. And that's, yeah, definitely in that sense I'm definitely lazy. But yeah, close to... I think I'm going to get to odds, if I'm honest. I think I'm going to get to 4,000, which will be tomorrow. I highly doubt I can get to 4,000 today, so I started late. I can get about 400 in a day at a push. You laughing?
Only because I thought of something funny that I need to say. So.
Okay. Don't be being mean to me right now. I don't need to be mean.
No, I was just gonna be like, you know, like trying to like supportive, but saying something that's the opposite. So it's like, don't worry, honey. I bet you could make it to 5,000 by the end of today.
That's what the girls do to me.
Yeah,
That's how they troll me. Oh my god. Good morning, Xavier. How are you doing? Did you get yours last night? Please tell me you got yours last night after I finished. Like, because there was 3 of us last night who've all been doing it since Friday. So we're all around about the 3,000 mark, give or take. And none of us have got it. And I'm just like, that ain't right. That's like 9,000 soft resets. That's double over odds between us.
I think it's about time you call the Pokemon company and tell them to stop being so mean.
Like, can you just like tap into my game and fix it for me? Give me an assist. No, I wouldn't like that. That would suck. I just need it to give me the, like, for real. Like, I don't need any additional outside help that makes it more likely. I just need it to actually just do what it's supposed to do and give me the shiny. I don't even like it when the events give you shinies. I'm like, oh, I didn't get that shiny, so I don't really want it. But I'll take it anyway because it's an event. But it doesn't get to chill with my other shinies. I'm so segregative with my Pokemon. I segregate them so bad. Like, my normals don't mix with my shinies. My events don't mix with my shinies. If they're not my shiny, if it's like someone who's given me a shiny, although I don't tend to like getting given shinies either, but they tend to chill out somewhere else in a box usually called like gifts or something. I like my own Pokemon. I like to earn them myself. Back in the day, in the Game Boys, I'd actually replay and I'd hack a few in sometimes. And all those who did, they're all gone. Don't want none of them. Everything I have now has got to be my own. No one's double odds yet, but there was 3 of us. There's 3 of us who're trying to hunt these starters, and between us, we've got over 9,000 soft resets under our belt, which is technically over double odds. So between us, one of us should have got a shiny, but oh, we're still hunting. Although within that 9,000 would include my shiny Starly. Someone else had a shiny Starly as well, so they're just taking up our shiny spaces. Like, useless Pokemon we can't actually catch. Right there. No. I need to pay attention when they come out the balls more. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not even joking. There have been times where I've been like on a hard like shiny hunt, and you get stupid thoughts like that where you're like, I should call them up. Customer service. Like, what's going on? I'm over odds by a lot. 10,000 soft resets in. Shouldn't it come like roughly within 4,000? Why am I 10,000 in? Something's wrong with my game. And you know it's not. It's just you being completely irrational, but you got to tell yourself something. It's like, something's got to make sense somehow. I usually think that. That's normally the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like, I think my game's glitching. It can't give me shinies anymore. Okay, patch me. No, that's not a hatchery. playing with? What are you playing with?
Like my toy for my my little toy for my birthday.
I was just trying to figure out what toy it was. I didn't recognise the music signal from it. See, another girl Piplup here, but not shiny. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm disconnecting. And now I'm at 3,400! No shiny yet, but I'm also going at a glacial pace and juggling a handful of profiles. I'm here in solidarity. Thank you so much, Saviour. It was nice to see you pop up in the chat. It's tough. What is that toy? Because it's like, mwah, mwah, ouch, something hurts. I'm like, what is that? Like, what is that toy? It's saying such a weird thing.
That thing that looks like a lemur. You always know because you love all that.
Oh, is it the thing where the tails come off? And they can wear the tails on their wrists?
No, bigger than that.
The Pomsy, the one that's around like this, like a cat, and it's got a long tail. Well, they're the two things.
Rory, could you just bring it
And
here
the
for a
Pomsy
sec?
was last year.
Yeah, I'm just
I
for a
just
sec.
want to know what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, right,
Let's see if I can play on.
Gleamers. I think they're called. I was wondering what it was. It's like, it's saying such weird stuff because it's like going, mwah, mwah, and it's like, ow! And I'm like, what is going on? That one's not shiny. Let's try this one. It hurts.
Brain hurt.
Oh, it says brain hurts.
Yeah. The thing that we released before we having all this stuff taken away from her, and some of the other toys are getting played with.
Yeah. She's gonna have to make do with toys now that she hasn't got a phone anymore. That's it. Done are the days of phone. And last night she was thinking she could get the internet back. Be she great. She lost her phone now. It's gone. I keep like thinking if I accidentally pick one of the others, that is when it will shine, and it's like, nah mate, it wouldn't be so bad if it was Chimchar, but I'm normally trying to pick Turtwig, and it's like I already have a Turtwig. If I pick it back, so I know that's going to be shiny then, and it's like now I've got 2 shiny Turtwigs and no Piplup. Can't happen. I can't allow it to happen.
It's like, that's fine, because after my recent thing, I like Piplup, all Piplups.
Yeah, the resets are brutal. Savage. There was something that Jenk was talking about the other day, and like literally what he was saying was almost the lyrics from Savages, and I was like, I so want to like.
Oh,
thing she said.
no, yeah, I actually remember hearing that, and he was basically talking about people, how they would talk about black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, you are basically doing things.
He was
from,
like channeling it, and I was
forget
like,
the
I doubt
character's
he's
name.
even seen it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, that is like the best song in a really awful way, but it's just so good. David Gang, we've got David Pooh here now.
Different from us. That means it must be evil.
That's exactly the line that kept coming to my mind. We must sound the drums of war.
And it's like, yeah, man, like the white guys are all like, they're different, so they must be evil, and then the Indians are like, they're different from us, so they can't be trusted. And it's like, okay, see, that's different though.
Yeah. And it's also the bit where it's like, barely even human, and it's just like all those words, and it's just like, it's so freaking true. They do feel that way. I wonder if they even bleed.
At least that one
That is from the Native American side.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the Spaniards in this situation, English are being that's right. He references the Spanish when he lands there. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that particular ship he go over at English.
Yeah.
Because he wants to impress King Jimmy.
But yeah, like, it's totally making sense to them. It's like, oh, they just came along and started attacking us out of nowhere. Okay.
Yeah. And historically, that is like the saddest thing that I always find is like the brown people always got called savages and like demons and animals.
Can I get something?
No, it's okay. Pop out because you're making lots of noise with that toy as well. Off you go. Like they always accused all the brown people of being like the demons and the savages and stuff. But when they turned up to like America, the Native Americans offered them food and tools and hospitality. And then you look at the diaries of people like Columbus, and they're like saying how stupid they are for being so trusting and giving them all this stuff, and how they're going to brutalize them and murder them. It's like, and they called them the savages. Yeah. They had the freaking cheek to call them the savages, the ones who were saying, "Here, have gifts." But because they weren't smart enough to realize that they were going to do them evil, suddenly they're the wrong ones. It's so twisted.
Look at these fools being too trusting. It's like they're little
that
kids.
Means they're savages.
Okay,
it's like, how are they savages? You're the ones who were murdering them, bringing diseases over on purpose and stuff. Like,
it's that whole thing where like people are like, are you a shark or a sheep? Do you take advantage of other people, or do you have other people take advantage of you? It's like, can't you be the third category, which is
don't do it.
Someone who's cooperative rather than competitive.
It's not even like that though. It's just the sheer gall of it, the caucasity to call the people that you've gone and invaded their homeland, and they're kind enough to give you gifts and welcome you and try and teach you, and then you're like, I'm gonna fuck them over tomorrow. It's like, and you're calling them the savages.
Yeah. To them, it's like, oh my god, can you believe that my cow actually handed me my axe so that I could lop its head off? What a dumb cow. And it's like, right, but
they didn't use their tools. Like the Native Americans gave them their tools, but like these, like the white people were like, no, we've got guns.
Yeah, no.
Why hear this?
I don't want to hear the toy. I've asked you to take the toy away.
Yeah.
Like, and you keep bringing it in. No, I'm getting annoyed now because I've asked you to remove the toy from my room. And it's gonna have to wait. It's gonna have to wait. Toys always make more noises when they're running out of batteries. Why are you bringing it in? And then if you think about it as well, historically Japan kind of a bad name. Because they learned. They had the Americans come over, and they're like, Americans and like Europeans. Actually, I don't think it's American. No, it might actually be American. But anyway, when people came over to Japan, fuck shit up. Japan was like, get the fuck out of here. Don't come back. And now we're like, oh, Japan kept themselves segregated for so long. It's like, because there was a reason, a very good reason that they did that. A very good and logical reason. Like always, white people turned up and fucked shit up. Things were just fine before they came along. Yeah, you don't even go here. You can't sit with us. Mean Girls like has the best quotes, and it suits so many situations. Trust me, I spent a restless night or two thinking about that. I'm essentially a product of Spanish intrusion into indigenous culture, but I can't complain. I'm happy to be alive, and I feel good. Yeah, I mean, it's like, none of us should take any offense to what actually happened. Like, we didn't do it. Like, the only way we take offense to it is if we agree with it, and then that makes us a bad person.
Yeah, that's why when it's like, oh my god, you're calling me racist because you're pointing out that people in my country a century ago were racist. And it's like,
longer ago. Many of this stuff is longer than that, and people also taking offense to it. It's like, that's because you're benefiting off it. You like that benefit, and you don't want to admit it. You can have that benefit still and admit that it came to your family and has been inherited to you in a dodgy way, but that's just how it is now, and that's fine. No one's got a problem with that, you know. But to just deny it never happened and that it was all earned fairly is just bullshit. It's like, okay, you make yourself look like a dick now. Yeah, most historical events are ugly. That's why they're so fascinating. Like, I am absolutely obsessed with history. I love history. And it's not because I like what actually goes on in history. I just like learning where we come from, how we got to where we are, and how little has actually changed, which is the really devastating thing. But history is one of my passions. I've always loved history since I was a little girl. I had an early fascination with medieval times and Egyptians. Why am I? Oh, because I got them the wrong way around. This always happens when I have the light above my controller for the stream. I get confused as to which one I'm controlling. I'm like, why is it not moving? And then I look at the other one, I'm constantly pressing turtwig over and over again. And it's like, oh, okay, I see what I'm doing here. Exactly. I like to know about it and point out where the wrongs are. And it's a weird one for me, because like, I feel like when I do speak to people like that woman at the school, like, you know, I don't want to say her name, but like, you know, when Gone with the Wind was cancelled last year for Christmas, and she had a massive rant on Facebook, and she was like, oh my god, my dad fought in World War II, he'd be turning in his grave at the thought that this film is now being deemed racist. It's like, you dumb fuck. Like, you know, World War II has got nothing to do with the American Civil War, which is what Gone with the Wind is based on. I don't think she's ever watched Gone with the Wind to come up with such a stupid statement.
Yeah.
And sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say that the offence that comes from those people, like, it's got literally nothing to do with her. Like, why is she so upset about it, you know? And it's like, now I'm trying to think about it, it's like, well, I could be that way inclined. I'm half white. Like, that's my ancestors too on one side. Like, but I'm not offended by it. But then that comes down to people who would argue that, be like, well, you've got half black in you as well, so of course you could take that side. It's like, it's not about taking sides. It's about what's right and wrong at the end of the day.
Yeah, someone posting on Facebook is like, even though we would be considered the least intelligent out of our friend group, we're the only two couple who haven't taken the vaccine. And it's like, it just doesn't make any sense. And it's like,
it does actually. It makes a lot of sense.
Very, yeah, there's complete connection.
Here in the States, there's great fervour and effort to whitewash history. Oh, yeah. And with any dialogue about how race played a major role in policy making and culture. There's even a group that pretends. Yeah, absolutely. Like, even in Texas right now, they're making textbooks that are rewriting the slavery part of it, and they're saying that black people migrated to America for work. Like, yeah, that's what happened. That's how it could be. At the end of the day, Americans are just recycled British people anyway.
Like, it's Vermont